What if I told you a group of animals once overthrew their human master, took control of their own farm, and built a world of equality, only to end up living under a new kind of slavery? Not ruled by humans this time, but by their own kind. This is the story of Animal Farm, a story about power, greed, and how even the purest dreams can turn into nightmares. It began on Manor Farm, a quiet piece of land ruled by Mr. Jones, a careless and drunken farmer. He was cruel to his animals, overworking them, underfeeding them, and treating them like machines. But one night, something happened that changed everything. An old, wise pig named Old Major called all the animals into the barn. Under the flickering light, he spoke to them about a dream where all animals were free, where they ruled themselves, and where no human ever controlled their lives again. He said, "Man is the enemy. Remove man, and you will be free." The animals were inspired. They listened in silence, their hearts burning with hope. Before ending the meeting, Old Major taught them a song, Beasts of England, a song that filled their souls with courage and unity. But only a few days later, Old Major died. Yet his dream lived on, stronger than ever. Months passed. Life under Mr. Jones grew worse. He forgot to feed the animals, drank all day, and shouted at anyone who came near. Until one day, the animals couldn't take it anymore. Starving and furious, they broke into the food shed. When Jones and his men came running with whips, the animals fought back. It was chaos, kicks, bites, wings, and fury. The humans ran away, terrified. The rebellion had begun. The animals had won their freedom. With pride, they painted over the old farm sign and renamed it Animal Farm, a new world built by animals for animals. For the first time, they felt hope. They wrote 7 commandments on the barn wall, rules that would protect their freedom forever. The most important one said, "All animals are equal." At first, everything was perfect. The animals worked harder than ever before, but this time they were working for themselves. No whips, no humans, no fear. The clever pigs took charge of planning and teaching. Among them were 2 leaders, Snowball, who dreamed of progress and education, and Napoleon, silent but ambitious. The animals trusted them completely. But slowly, things started to change. When milk and apples began disappearing, the pigs said it was for their health, because, as they claimed, brain work required special food, and the animals, still innocent and loyal, believed them. After all, they had no reason to doubt. Then came the rivalry. Snowball and Napoleon disagreed on everything. Snowball wanted to build a windmill to provide electricity and comfort for everyone. Napoleon thought it was a waste of time. One day, during a heated meeting, the animals were ready to vote. Snowball stood proudly presenting his plans, when suddenly Napoleon gave a signal. A terrifying sound filled the barn. 9 huge dogs, trained secretly by Napoleon, rushed in and attacked Snowball. He barely escaped, running for his life. Snowball was gone. Forever. Napoleon stood tall. He had no rival now. He was the new ruler of Animal Farm. From that day, everything changed. The meetings stopped. No more votes. Whatever Napoleon said became law. The pig squealer, his smooth-talking spokesman, told the animals, "Comrades, do you want Jones to come back?" And whenever the animals felt doubt or fear, those words silenced them. Napoleon built the windmill, the same one he had once mocked, and claimed it was his idea all along. The animals worked day and night, starving and tired, while the pigs watched, gave orders, and lived in comfort. Among the animals, none worked harder than Boxer, the strong, loyal horse. He believed completely in the new leader. His two favorite sayings were, "I will work harder." Napoleon is always right. He gave everything, his strength, his life, to the dream of Animal Farm. But when he grew old and weak and collapsed from exhaustion, Napoleon betrayed him. Instead of giving him rest and care, he sold Boxer to the glue factory for money. The animals cried, but Squealer told them another lie, that Boxer had died in a hospital, peacefully, praising Napoleon with his last breath. The truth was never spoken again. Years passed. The windmill stood tall, but not for comfort. It was used to make money for the pigs. The other animals worked harder than ever, but their lives never improved. The commandments on the wall began to change one by one. "No animal shall sleep in a bed" became "No animal shall sleep in a bed with sheets." "No animal shall drink alcohol" became "No animal shall drink alcohol to excess." And the last, most sacred rule, "All animals are equal," was rewritten to say, "All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others." One night, the animals looked through the farmhouse window. Inside, they saw the pigs sitting with human farmers, laughing, drinking, and playing cards together. The pigs now walked on two legs, wore clothes, and even carried whips. Their faces had changed so much that the animals outside could no longer tell who was who. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. The revolution was over. The dream of freedom had become another tyranny. George Orwell's Animal Farm is not just a story about animals. It's about humans, about how revolutions rise in the name of justice, and how power slowly turns the liberators into new oppressors. Because in the end, power doesn't just change governments, it changes hearts. And when truth disappears, even freedom becomes another form of slavery.